Outriders. We have our first developer update post Worldslayer's launch, and it's a big one with some awesome quality of life improvements and even better loot is coming our way. But first, nerfs. Nerfs are not coming just yet, but PCF did talk about 3 types of builds that are problematic: one-shot boss builds, indestructible builds, and skill spam builds, and that these were due to a specific handful of mods. Now I get that in multiplayer it can be frustrating when you're grouped with someone who is trivializing the content, but you can always leave that group, so I say to PCF, why? A huge part of this game is grinding for loot in order to create different builds, and if there are optimal builds for doing so, let me use them so I can get on with the things I actually enjoy doing, which isn't fighting the RNG gods. PCF did throw us a bone. They will be buffing the trigger twitch set bonus. Awesome. Anyway, a balancing patch is a few weeks away, so enjoy your god tier builds if you have them. Included in this patch will be some quality of life upgrades, including item locking and improved quick mark functionality, whatever that is. Item locking is a great addition, but let's be honest, the ones that we are really hoping for are loadouts and bigger stash. They did confirm that they are working on stash size, but nothing concrete yet. And we are going to need bigger stash because better loot drops are coming our way. You may have seen the exploit that players have been using to infinitely farm the final boss of the trials. To eliminate this would require coding changes that are just not feasible right now. So PCF are adding in extra guaranteed legendary RNG drops in certain troves: Cliffside Path, Door to Sanctuary and the Arboretum. At the same time though, the legendary drop rate for the final boss will be reduced. I mean, overall this ups the guaranteed Apocalypse legendaries from a full trial run to 9 items compared to 6 currently. I'm happy with what PCF are doing here, using rewards to encourage players to play the game the way the developers want them to, but leaving them with some choice. Speaking of grinds, the developer also talked about the Apocalypse tiers and Ascension levels, and the time it takes to max them out, which is slightly less than forever. They talked about these being a long-term progression path that makes every play session worthwhile, and this, of course, is complete and utter because all that Apocalypse tiers do is force us to continually grind for the same gear and resources, and the latter pushes us to complete old content, the expeditions, due to the high cost of leveling up gear. I've said it before and I will say it again, power leveling of gear is not content. Maybe if the developers had not spent time implementing this, we would have got more story, more zones, more enemies, more game modes importantly, and just more for our $40. We will be getting some bug fixes next week, but all other changes will come in a larger patch at the end of July. If you want to see all of the gear changes that PCF have pushed through so far in Worldslayer, check out this video here.